Hello, Simon here. First, I want to say a big thank you for joining and supporting the channel. Your decision to become a member means a lot. It's what allows me to create content that goes beyond the basics. On my public channel, I focus just on fundamentals and good security practices that everyone should know. But here, as a member, you will get access to advanced deep dives, detailed integrations, and other important topics that take a lot more time and testing to put together. So I'm really excited to share this exclusive content with you and help you to take your knowledge and skills to the next level. Thanks again for being here, and let's dive in. So in this video, we are going to integrate Pangolin with our Authentik IDP. So first, what we need to do is we need to go back to our Authentik instance, and we need to create our first application. So let's go to Applications, and let's click Create with the provider. For the name, it will be Pangolin. You can choose group, but it doesn't matter. And for the UR settings, you can open them in the new tab. And here you can specify your Pangolin instance, which will be proxy.vntutorials.com. Let's click Next. Then you need to select OAuth2 or OpenID provider. Let's go Next. And then authorization flow, you go with implicit consent, and client type will be confidential. And make sure to copy the client ID. And after this, what we can do, we can go back to our Pangolin. And when we go to the server administration, we go to identity providers, and we will add our identity provider, which will be our Authentik. Right. And also you want enable to auto provision users. So you don't need to manually create accounts for them so they can access their applications you are protecting with the Pangolin. So let's click that. And the provider type will be OAuth2 OIDC. Let's copy the client ID. Now let's go back to our Authentik. And let me copy the client secret. You will paste it here. And for the authorization URL, it will be your IDP URL. It will be https idp tutorials.com. And same will be also for the token URL, but we will add also some parameters. And you can feel free to check also documentation with Authentik. They have a lot of great guides how you can integrate everything. So what we want to do is we want to copy this, go back to application, to the Pangolin, and it will be /application/o/authorize, and for the token, we just replace authorize with the token. And for that, we can click create an identity provider. And now we need to copy this redirect URL. So let's copy this in our clipboard. Let's go back to our application. And here we need to add our redirect URL. And that should be it. And for the signing key, make sure to keep the Authentik self-sign certificate. And you can also check the advanced flow, but we don't need to do anything here basically. So now let's go next. And we can also bind policy a user to a group. So we did not create any policy for now, but we can probably select also the standard user to it. And yeah, that's completely up to you, but we don't need it. So let's go back and we go next, and we can submit. And now, if we are lucky, we should create our new user, but there will be some issue because we did not select our organization policies, but I will show you later. But now I wanted to demonstrate the power of Authentik or identity providers in general. So let me log back out. Let me log out also. And here we can continue with our Authentik. So let's click it. And we will log in to our Authentik instance. And now, as you can see, we created our user, but this user is administrator, which will need to create their organization. And this is not very good by default because we want to enroll users as non-admin into our own organization that we created. So what we can do now is to log back out, and we will log in as our admin. And let's go back to the server admin. And as you can see, here is our user created through Authentik. So we will remove this user. And let me confirm this. And we need to go back to our identity provider. We go edit. And here you can see the organization policies. And this will be not like, yeah. Only thing what we need to do is when we go to Pangolin documentation, to identity providers and auto provisioning, you can read more what it does, but we don't need it. What we need basically is add this expression. So let's copy that. And it will be default role mapping. So it will be for admin or member, right? And for the default organization mapping, what you need to add is your organization. And in order to get your organization ID, you go to the proxy. And this is your organization ID. VN tutorials, basically the Slack we created when we was creating our first organization. So let's go there and put like your organization ID. And we can save our default mapping. Next, what we want to do is we need to go back to our Authentik. So let's go to IDP admin interface. And what we need to create is our new group for the Pangolin. So we will go to directory and groups. And in the groups, we want to create our new group. And we will add our Pangolin organization ID to it. So it will be name. And here you paste your organization ID, which is VN tutorials. And we can also put it as a parent to the standard user. So every standard user will also have this tutorial group. And let's click create. And now everything should be ready. So let's just verify our groups. Let's refresh it. And our members, we still don't have our user here because we did not enroll a new one. But we can probably do it. So we can add our existing user, which is Webnestify admin. Let's click create and add. And now we're gonna log in, log out. And we can also save the default mappings and we can log out again. And now we will continue with Authentik. And as you can see, we are in our organization VN tutorials, but we don't have any resources because we did not set up any resources for this, for user group members. All right, so what we can also try, we can also create, where is it? We can copy our invitation link and we can test if our new users will be enrolled in this group. So let's go to invitation, copy this link, let me log out, and I'm going to register a new account, Pango. Let me generate strong password. I'm going to save it, and now I'm going to enroll a web authorization device, which will be Bitwarden. And now, as you can see, we have our application Pangolin, and we can now continue with Authentik. And yes, we created our new user, which is going into our organization. So yeah, that's pretty it. We can integrate Pangolin with Authentik. And if you set it up right, you will have unified access across your organization users. And also, if you need to invite external user for some service, which is really, really beneficial. And Authentik will provide you tremendous value.